What's up everybody, my name is Blake, otherwise known as Balake, and today we're going to take another look at the cheapest SL55 AMG in the country. It's actually been a couple weeks since I've got to do anything to it. I've been sick and out of commission, but here we are. It's cold outside, it's like 0 degrees, but it's kind of warm in here. It's about 60 degrees, and yeah, let's take another look at it. I do have some bad news about it. It's been sitting here for a while, and I'll flip this camera around and show you. If you look right there in the back, she's sagging. No, it's not on coilovers. This car has air suspension, and we are sagging hardcore in the driver's side rear. This side's lifted up a little bit since this side is sagging. You can see how much it's leaning to the right, but when we fire it up, let it idle for a little bit, it should pump this shock back up, but we'll see. Might have to get a new shock. I'm not sure what else that could be, but let's hop in here, fire it up for the first time in a couple weeks, and hopefully it even starts, but we'll see. Oh, that's good news, good news. Firing like a kid. Tire pressure is low. Alright. Stop. Car too low. ABC. Visit workshop. We're gonna let it sit idle for a little bit, and hopefully that shock airs up and I'll be able to move it. Alright, so the car's been running for a few minutes now. I can't quite move it yet, it's still too low. I'm waiting for a customer to come pick up their new Honda Civic so I can move this Mazda over there. But currently it's still idling, as I'm sure you can hear, and it has came up a little bit, not much. It was about halfway down this tire, so it's moved slightly, but we need it to air up more before I can move it. So we'll sit here and wait, let it idle for a little bit, and hopefully she shoots back up. Alright, so the car's been running for a little bit. I'm actually impressed with how much it came up, to be honest. I didn't think it was going to come up all the way, and I'd say we're about 90% there. It's came up quite a bit, and check this out. Look at that. There's this wheel. There's that wheel. Now it's still leaning to the side a little bit. It's not completely up. As you see, this side still looks like a lifted truck, but I'm gonna get it pulled out. I freed up some room in here, so I'm gonna slide it over here, get it over there, clean it up a little bit, and see what this paint looks like. Alright, so we got it moved, and we're gonna hop out now and see what the suspension looks like. Look at that. Holy cow. Thank God. Looks actually very even. Let's check this side. Doesn't look like it's leaning at all anymore. Look at that. Look at that beauty. She's sitting level, but it's still an issue. That bag is still leaking. Whether it's coming from the bag or one of the lines, I'm not sure. One of the lines coming from the pump, but I'm actually gonna pull this bad boy outside and have a little bit of fun with it before we get her all cleaned up. So that was a hell of a good time. I haven't done donuts in a while, but Damn, this thing did it like it was nothing. 500 ponies, man, putting her to good use, but it wasn't too happy. It wasn't too happy because now I'm getting this message that I was getting before when we installed the new battery. Visit workshop. It's actually because the electric consumer's offline, which normally happens when your battery's bad, but my battery is brand new, so I don't think it's the issue. But the car has been sitting for a couple weeks, as you guys know already, so the battery could have lost some voltage, but you'd think with the car running for so long, you'd think it'd be fine by now, but apparently not. So the system we're using here is we got a bucket full of dish soap. Now, we're gonna be buffing this car after we wash it because there are scratches everywhere on it. And so I'm using dish soap because you don't want to put any wax on the paint, otherwise it creates problems when you're buffing and polishing. And so I got my bucket of dish soap and water, of course, a clean wash mitt, and then I've got a bucket of just water so I can rinse out my wash mitt whenever I'm done passing over a panel. Now it's important you have the clean water in the bucket so that you can rinse out the wash mitt when you're done doing a panel. That way all the dirt goes in there and not in the bucket you're using to actually clean the car. Otherwise you can create more scratches and you're just going to give yourself more work, and you don't want to do that. So we're going to get the power washer started up, get water on the car, wipe it down with the wash mitt, and get started on cleaning this baby up. Alright, so I'm all done cleaning all the wheels, and now I'm actually going to hit the body again with some more water because it kind of all just dried up and evaporated. You want to make sure the body's wet before you hit it with the washcloth, otherwise you're just going to be dragging dirt. You kind of want the dirt to get caught up in the water and the wash mitt. That way you're not scratching the paint more, so we're going to wet it down and start cleaning her up. So we got the car all cleaned up and it's looking really good. We didn't get the clay bar the entire car yet, but I did the whole hood. And so the hood is ready to be buffed and polished. And so we're gonna hit that and see how good it all comes out. And I'll just give you a quick walk around of the car and you can see how it turned out. So the car looks pretty dang good. I mean, from right here, everything looks solid, straight, and the paint looks like it's in great shape, which it's not bad. As we walk around the car, the wheels look really nice now. They are curb brushed pretty bad. And so the big thing here with the paint is all these scratches and swirl marks now. This just makes the car look bad. It kind of gives it like a grayish tint to it when you're looking at it in the light. It's extremely bad on the hood. So what we're gonna do is just kind of hit a couple sections on the hood, see how good it turns out. Get a lot of imperfections in the paint right here, and obviously all these rock chips. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of this yellow tape here, and I'm just going to lay the tape down like so. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start buffing on this side of the tape, and you'll be able to see a 50-50 difference of the before and after. Alright, so what we've got here is a Rupees polisher. I've got a blue pad on it, which is a pretty coarse pad. It's to tackle really heavy scratches. This car is pretty bad, so we're actually going to start with this. I typically wouldn't start with something this coarse, but we are on this one, and so this is a brand new pad, and I'm just basically going to put a few small dots. 3, I guess they're not dots, but, and then I'm just going to hit it with some water just to give it some lubricant to slide around on the paint. Dab it, and you just want to work in like a 2x2 area. Alright, and so now that we're buffing this little area, I'm sure we're not done, but this is just the first test hit. We're going to take a microfiber, brand new microfiber, very soft. You don't want anything that's rough, otherwise you're just going to scratch the paint up again as you wipe the compound away. So let's wipe this off. Wow. Alright, so we're not going to do a full paint correction to this car. We're really just going to polish it and get some of these deeper scratches out. There's still a lot of deep scratches left, even where I hit. But as you can see, when I ripped this tape off, it made a significant improvement. Let's look at side-by-side comparison. Terrible, not as bad. So once this is done to the whole car, it'll really just help it pop. In all honesty, the front end of this vehicle probably just needs repainted. There's so many rock chips throughout here, and then just imperfections right here in the clear coat, probably from tree sap or something just eating into it. So I don't think we're going to be able to get this car perfect, but this is a kind of a budget vehicle, so we can't put money into repainting the hood and the fenders. The bumper's fine, we'll get that painted, but as far as the hood and the fenders and the rest of the car, we're just going to make them look as nice as possible and just go from there. We can touch up some of these bigger rock chips on here, but not all of them.